Hey guys, what's poppin'? Amber here, and today I'm going to show you how to optimize your League of Legends for better FPS, extreme smoothness, and reduced lag. Let's get right into it. So let's not waste any time here, let's get right into the guide. First things first that I must mention is that everyone uses internet browsers, whether to listen to music while playing or just to access the internet in general. Luckily, this video is sponsored by Opera GX, which is also one of the important parts that I want to include in this guide. Opera GX is a gaming browser that, in my opinion, is the best optimized browser out there for gaming. I'm honestly so happy I discovered it because, well, I'm a Chrome user. And yeah, my RAM has been suffering, but with Opera, if you look at the direct comparison, even though I have a lot more tabs opened, Chrome still uses more than double of my memory, which is, thanks to Opera GX's features, you could go beyond and limit stuff like CPU usage and RAM usage in case you're playing an intense game, but would like to save up your tabs. You could also limit your network, which comes in handy to stabilize your ping while playing. So to all honesty, I do recommend this browser. I love using it myself. My favorite thing about it is here in GX Corner, when you would start up the browser, if this is your main page, which is set by default, you get to see what games are free right now. For example, some games are free to play for a certain amount of time, so if you would click on it, you'd get it for free. Here it says on Fallout 76 there is a free weekend, so if we were to check it out, we'd get Fallout 76 for a weekend, and that's amazing, honestly. On the sidebar, we have our Twitch, we have WhatsApp, and we have Spotify with such an easy access. It is also possible to customize the browser, and the themes are truly amazing. I went with rose quartz because I really like this color, but I can suggest vaporwave for all you edgy kids, or ultraviolet, which looks really amazing as well. GX Classic is a default one you get, and it's probably one of the best, but you know, still go with ultraviolet. Here you can just change the wallpaper of your browser, so we'll go with the purple one so it fits, and boom, it looks beautiful. In addition to all of that, you get an ingrained ad blocker and a VPN, which is pretty crazy and nice if you want to watch, for example, Netflix movies or access websites that are not accessible in your country. So just to finish customizing this beauty, I'm gonna go to the web store. I guess I forgot to mention that every Chrome extension is also available on Opera, so that's good. I'm looking for my cute cruisers, of course. I need that. I literally need that to exist. Don't judge. And here we go, my cruiser is now a watermelon and my life is complete. Opera GX is also available on your phone. You can find it both in the App Store and Google Play. So check out the description or the pinned comment for more info, and the download links will be there. Go ahead and download it, you won't regret it, trust me. Alright, so now that we have a dope browser, we also want to make sure our Windows and our graphics card is up to date. So the way we're going to do that is, first of all, we're going to click on Start, this little cogwheel settings, update and security, and make sure to check for updates. After that, as you guys can see here, I'm up to date, so there are no updates to install, but in case you do have updates to install, it's literally going to be listed right here, so do not worry about that. Next up, what we want to do, as we said, is update our GPU drivers. Now, some of you have AMD GPUs, some of you have NVIDIA GPUs. I personally have NVIDIA graphics cards, so I'm going to be using GeForce Experience that comes with NVIDIA's graphic cards. Now, if you have an AMD, it is going to be called Radeon software or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my NVIDIA GeForce Experience. I'm going to click on drivers, and as you guys can see here, I have a driver ready to download. Just in case you want to click on check for updates in case you don't have the driver to download currently, and yeah, I do, so I'm gonna go ahead and download that. We'll wait a bit since this one is hefty. So after you've downloaded the driver, obviously you want to install it. Now, the way you want to install it is you're going to click on custom installation, and at the very bottom it is going to say perform a clean installation, and what you want to do is click there because we'll also tweak our NVIDIA settings to the best performance, and that one helps a lot, and it will definitely help your League of Legends run a lot better, as well as any other game you have on your PC. So as promised, now we will tweak our GPU settings. For AMD users, basically you're going to have to do that in your Radeon software where you've updated your GPU. For NVIDIA users, however, it is a bit different. With NVIDIA, we have NVIDIA's control panel. The way we can access it is simply by clicking right click on the desktop. So we're gonna go ahead and run it. NVIDIA control panel will open. First things first, what we want to do is click on adjust image settings with preview. We're gonna put this here in the middle and make sure you tick the circle where it says use the advanced 3D image settings. After that, we're gonna click on manage 3D setting and make sure this option, the second one, the ambient occlusion, is on performance. We're gonna scroll down. Make sure power management mode is on prefer maximum performance. This will raise your GPU temperature a little bit, but it will make it work a lot better. Next up, texture filtering quality, make sure it is on high performance. Also, you could go with performance, but I definitely suggest high performance. Threaded optimization, make sure it's on. VSync, you could actually turn it off completely. I would turn this off completely, but I'm just keeping it on use the 3D application settings. That means I have to turn it off in game, which I do every single time. Then you're gonna click on apply, close this up, and that's pretty much it for the GPUs. While we are still here, we're gonna do some small tweaks on our windows to help get a bit more FPS out of games, not just League in general, but out of all the games pretty much. So what we wanna do is click on search bar, type in edit power. We're gonna click on the edit power plan. This window will open, we'll go one step back to power options, and here we'll make sure to select a high performance plan. By the default, it is going to be on balance. Additional plans are going to be hidden just like this. Basically what you want to do is click on show additional plans and look for a high performance plan. Now if you have an AMD Ryzen CPU, you'll probably have an AMD Ryzen high performance plan and AMD Ryzen balance plan. So basically, if you do have AMD Ryzen CPU, you want to go with high performance plan that is customized for AMD Ryzen, or if you don't, just go with high performance. Either way, just make sure it is high performance. If you're wondering what a power plan is, it is basically mainly used for laptops to save your battery. So it will save energy by reducing your computer's performance wherever that's possible. So if you're using desktop, it's always the best to keep on high performance plan, because that's going to maximize your components to do the best while running games, softwares, or just by browsing the internet in general. And finally, the last thing we're going to finally do is open our League of Legends up and check the launcher options that will be the best for high performance, and also tweak the in-game settings. So let's go right into it. So here we are. First things first, what we want to do is click on this cogwheel right here in our launcher. Next up, we're gonna click on enable low spec mode. That is pretty important. And close client during the game. Always make sure that's also a thing. Let me just close this real quick. Window size does not really matter because this is just for the launcher itself. Now we're gonna click on done. We're gonna go ahead into the game and show you guys good settings that you can use. And as you guys can see, we are in the game. These are currently the max graphics. We're gonna click on video. First and foremost, resolution. It doesn't really matter too much as long as your GPU can keep up. Just try to lower it down gradually and see what difference it makes. The reason why I'm saying this is because resolution is pretty detrimental. So if you got used to play 1920 by 1080, it is going to be a bit harder getting used to play with a new res. So be mindful of that. Next up, windowed mode. Make sure it's always on full screen. It is the most optimized window mode for gaming, so just make sure it's on full screen. Make sure to hide eye candy. Disable screen shake if you have it enabled. We're gonna go into the graphics. Just make sure to put character to low. Environment quality, you could go with low or very low. I'd suggest very low. Shadow off. Effects, very low. Effects are going to take most of the FPS anyway. Character inking, make sure it's disabled. Make sure anti-aliasing is disabled. Wait for vertical sync, disabled. And frame rate cap, this depends on your monitor. So if most of you have a 60Hz monitor, put it on 80. If you have 144Hz monitor, put it on 240 or 200. I have 144, so I'm gonna put it on 200. Accessibility, this really does not matter, so do not worry about that. And and the game will look like this. It is not the best look, but at least you'll be able to play. It is going to be just fine. The game won't look the best, yes, but it will still be fun. It will still be League of Legends. Thank you guys so much for watching. That would be it for this guide. This should definitely help you out. Anyways, once again, thank you guys for enjoying. Have a great weekend and see you in the next video.